Job done. So there you have it. That's a Chinese style beef and tomatoes made. Come on. Hi everyone, welcome to Backyard Chef. I'm Rick. Today, Chinese style beef and tomatoes. Straightforward recipe, really tasty. And you know, the tomatoes, they actually become sweeter as we cook them. Oh, amazing dish. It's straightforward. We're going to prep up some veg first and then we're going to crack on with the beef. Only reason why I want to prep up the veg, I want to use the board for the beef. You've seen it all before on here. Right, we got an onion. It's a straightforward slice on the onion, but we want long slices. So basically, we just like that. Okay, so it's on its side after we've cut it in half, or its end, and we just run the knife down. And we've got these lovely long segments of onion. So if you can break them up, break them up. If you can't, don't worry about it, they'll break up in the pan. I have a little bit of garlic and a piece of ginger. Garlic, give it a mash in. Run your knife over it. Now, it doesn't have to be super duper fine. That's up to you. That'll do for me. Garlic in a bowl. Ginger, little piece of ginger, look. We are just going to julienne some ginger. Now you can mince it if you want, but it just wants a little touch of ginger flavour in there, that's all. Now everybody has their own way of cooking things like this. This is my way. Spring onions, a little bit of onion there. Now what we will do is we'll just run a little bit, so we got a little bit quite large there, look. And we'll chuck that in with the onions. And this bit we're just going to thinly slice off so we can use for garnish. That'll be lovely. Okay, our beef then. I've got this nice little piece of beef here. This is actually top side. And we are just going to slice it. Nice slices on the beef. And the way to do that is to cut on an angle, on a diagonal. And then we get these nice pieces of beef. So just get cutting, do it with all your beef. So that's our wonderful beef there, and we need to put that in a bowl. Okay, we have this wonderful beef in there, look. We're just going to chuck in some white pepper. A little bit of white pepper on there, and we're going to chuck on about a teaspoon of baking soda. Baking soda. Just give that a little mix through, and we want to be adding about 2 tablespoons of water. Just give that a mix in. The water will be absorbed by the beef. Just keep mixing it till it's gone. Nice and steady. And this is our first stage of our marinade for tenderizing. So this is going to be tender beef. Okay, we're just going to let that sit on the side there for about 10 minutes. Okay, just swap those a second. Our tomatoes. What we're going to do is put a little cross nick in the top of there like that. And dump them in a bowl. Take some boiling water in the kettle and just in there. Don't get splashed. Just cover those tomatoes. They're not going to cook, but the skins are going to loosen and we'll be able to peel them off. So you can see on there where we put that cross look, and then all you do is peel the skins. Okay, the skins are loosened now with the boiling water, so you can just take the skin off, and then we're going to have these beautiful tomatoes. Now just watch it a little minute because some of these tomatoes will be quite warm. Right, and when you get to that end there, the end where the stalk was, if you don't want it, just run your knife round it. Pull out the stalk. Then we got these wonderful tomatoes. So we're just going to put that to one side and we'll just crack on with the rest. Just peel off the skins. Take our tomatoes and look at these tomatoes now. They look like tomatoes that you get in a can. Of course they do. Right, we want to slice them. Just quarter them up like that. That's our lovely tomatoes, one side. So we're back on with our lovely beef. We're going to give it a rinse. We're going to rinse it off. In there with some water. An optional step this, I keep saying on the channel, it's an optional step. But you know, I know a lot of people that can actually taste the baking soda. So this way, we've tenderized the beef, we're rinsing off. So just rinse it off. So once you've rinsed it off and drained the water, you're going to have to give it a little pat dry with some kitchen towel. Just give it a little pat dry. We don't want all that water on that beef. Okay, in our beef, about a tablespoon of soy sauce. I'm going to do a little shake of pepper. We want about a tablespoon of hoisin wine, and we want a little splash of sesame oil. We're going to give it a good mix, put that in there, and this is going to stand for about 8 minutes. Now, time's not crucial, but you know, just give yourself time for the beef to take on that flavouring from the soy sauce and the hoisin wine. The sesame oil is really to be used just to, okay, it's flavouring, but it's going to keep the beef apart when we cook it in the pan. Just let it have time to soak in. Okay, while we're waiting for that, we might as well knock up a sauce. We'll knock it up so you can see it. We want about a tablespoon of soy sauce in there. Want about a tablespoon of oyster sauce. Now for all the people who are going to say they can't eat oyster sauce, you can use more soy sauce and a tablespoon of sugar. We want a tablespoon of hoisin sauce. I'm just using it out of a jar. Now beef and tomatoes is a little bit sweet. So we're going in with about a quarter to half of sugar. I'm going to chuck some sesame oil in here now rather than chuck it over at the end. We want about a teaspoon. That'll do. We're going to give that a mix up. So that's our sauce for this, and we will make up a cornstarch slurry. 1 teaspoon of cornstarch or corn flour and 2 tablespoons of water. That'll do, one side. Grab yourself a pan. In there with a little bit of oil. We're going to cook the beef, we're going to take the beef out, then we're going to cook the onions, garlic, ginger, throw everything back together. So we're going to cook the beef off first. In with our beef. Just get it in the pan like that and leave it. Okay, when you've had a little minute like that and you can start to smell it caramelizing on the other side, give it a push through and turn it over. Leave it a little minute, let it bring on some colour on that side. Nice little push through again. Again, some nice little bits of colour on here. Okay, a little turnover again. That will do nicely. Just take our beef out. A little bit more oil. Garlic, ginger, not crazy with the heat. Just a little quick stir around there. As soon as you see a little bit of a tinge on that garlic, in with those onions. Nice little stir on. Picked up some of that sediment off the bottom of the pan there, look. In with our tomatoes. Just going to quickly make up our cornstarch slurry. We've got a teaspoon in there, look, of cornstarch, a couple of tablespoons of water. Give that a little mix in. Now we might not even require it, but it's there just in case we want to thicken this up. In there with our sauce. Smells absolutely unbelievable. That is amazing. Just a little bit of a cook on those tomatoes in there. Just soften them a little bit. We don't want to go too crazy. We need a firmish tomato. It's about the tomatoes and the beef. And we just want the tomatoes cooked a little bit so they stay sweet. In there with the beef, nice little stir through. So we've got that going on in there, look, and we want to be going in with just a little bit of that cornstarch slurry. Give it a little bit of a thickening in there. And we get this lush, thick sauce over our dish. Job done. Serve up. Over there with a few of those little green onions, just for a little bit of contrasting colour. So there you have it. That's a Chinese style beef and tomatoes made. Come on. We've got that beef, that really nice beef. Oh man, that is amazing. A bit of tomato, onion. I've got egg fried rice, but egg fried rice is on the channel. It's a non-stop on this one, I can tell you now. So what's happened with the tomatoes? The tomatoes are sweeter. They are delicious. So there you are, beef and tomatoes made. That is a fantastic Chinese style dish right there. Tomatoes, so sweet, so tasty. Really, really good by cooking that way. Taking the skins off. We don't have to tackle the skins in there. Oh, That really is good. Sauce, delicious, beef soft, we tenderized it. Share with your friends. If you like what we're doing, big thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, ring that bell, catch you in the next video.